Hello, welcome to the class. My name is Benin and I'm a British English teacher. Today I would like to continue our journey through the standard Southern British English accent, which is the accent that I speak with. So if you follow this channel, you know that we've already had some videos on the silent R, the true T, and how to pronounce TU and DU. So do go back and have a look at those videos if you haven't already. Today, we're going to be looking at a new sound, which is the short O sound in British English, which doesn't exist in American English. So I'd like to warm up with a little exercise. I'm going to read the same phrase here in my normal accent and in my best American accent, which admittedly is not very good, but just so you get an idea of how different this sounds in the two accents. So first of all, let's try with my accent, the standard British accent, Southern British accent. We would say, I'm going to the shop. What do you want? I'm going to the shop. What do you want? Okay, and in the American or more American accent, it would sound like, I'm going to the shop. What do you want? I'm going to the shop. What do you want? What sounds different here between the two accents? Can you hear anything? Any differences? Let's zoom in on a couple of words to help you. The first one is shop. So if I say it with the standard Southern British accent, it sounds like shop. If I say it in the general American accent, it sounds like shop. Shop, British, shop, American. Okay? Again, if we look at the word what, if I say it with British, my normal accent, what? American, what? Again, want. British, want. American, one. So if you can see, if you're clearly looking at my mouth, you can see that when I pronounce this British short O, it's a very round sound. We really round the lips, O. You can see very, very round here. And also what happens in the mouth is that the tongue pulls very far back. O. It's really going to the back of the mouth. So round lips and back tongue. O. 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 This is our sound. Whereas with the American sound, it's more of an A sound. A. Nat. Nat. So you can see the mouth shape is very different. There's no rounding, very relaxed lips, right? And also the tongue does not do this pulling back thing. It's a bit more flat. Not round, back tongue. Nat, kind of more relaxed mouth, more central tongue. So that's the difference. Have a try now at practicing this British O sound with me. Focus on rounding your lips and having that tongue back. O. 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 Have you got it? One more time. O. Okay, so now that we know how to make this sound, the challenge is how do we spell this sound? As you know, spelling and sound is a bit of a nightmare in English. The spelling doesn't often coincide perfectly with the sounds. I do have a few tips on how this sound is spelt, so let's dive in. The first spelling pattern is when we've got a really short word with an O followed by a final consonant. For example, in words like hot, not, job, got, top. Okay, let's practice some of these words together in sentences. I'm going to read 3 sentences and I'd like you to repeat, really focusing on this O sound. Okay, so the first one is, it's not that hot. It's not that hot. Compared to American, it's not that hot. It's not that hot, more or less. Okay, the next one, she's got a top job. She's got a top job. Okay, compared to she's got a top job, for example. And the last one, a bit weird, frogs hop when it's hot. So here we've got 3. Frogs hop when it's hot, compared to frogs hop when it's hot. Okay, the second time when we get this O sound when we're spelling is when we've got an O before a double consonant. So that's 2 of the same letter. For example, in words like sorry, we've got double R, so we get that O sound, sorry. Bottle, across, horrible. Compared to American would sound like sorry, bottle, across, horrible. So we've not got this round sound. Again, let's have a little bit of practice with some sentences. I'll read them, you can repeat. Let's go. The first one, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. So such a useful word in the English language, sorry, with this O sound. I'm sorry about that. The second one, what a horrible hobby. What a horrible hobby. So you've got horrible, hobby, both double consonants. Instead of American, what a horrible hobby. Okay? And the last one, it's not that common. It's not that common. Instead of it's not that common, more American sound. And finally, the O sound can also be spelt as an A. Of course, it had to be more complicated, didn't it? So we can find it with an A, and I would especially recommend memorizing it in the following words just because they're so common and you will probably use them every time you speak English. These words are what. So it's spelt with an A but sounds like an O. What. In British accent anyway. In American, does sound more like what. What, what. Okay, so we've got what. Same situation in want. Want. This O sound as well, not an A sound, not want. Okay, so all of these words have that short O sound. Again, last time to practice in sentences, we're getting there. I will read and you can repeat, okay? The first one is, what do you want? What do you want? Okay, not what do you want? American. What's that you've got? What's that you've got? So I've got what, got as well. What's that you've got? Instead of what's that you've got? American. And finally, do you want that job? Do you want that job? O, want, job, O. Okay, instead of American, do you want that job? More of an A sound. So that is our summary of the British short O sound. In summary, it's this very round sound with a very back, low tongue, O, O. Practice as much as you need to, and it can be spelt in different ways, usually with an O in a short word before a final consonant, before a double consonant, or even with an A in some words. You may also find it in different spelling patterns, different words, but it's very hard to give you rules for everything. So that's just a starting point today. Let me know if you have any questions about this sound, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching.